you. This is my place here. I'm gonna bring in my plant. So, you know, this is meant to find you either right now during this live. I'm actually going to put on my headphones. Just a moment. Okay. So hopefully you can hear me. Let me know. Like, make sure that you can. Okay. Here we go. If you can, let me know if you can hear me. Let's see, just to make sure. Live chat. Okay. So, good? Oh, thank you. Um, so thank you for watching, and Happy New Year to all of you that are watching or that will be watching. So, as you know, I've been like feeling a lot of stress and anxiety, like extreme, this past month. Oh, actually, we're in a new month now, but last December. So, and something happened, I fell asleep and I woke up and I feel much better. I feel like a lot was lifted without me understanding like what actually happened, and I feel like at peace, and I feel so much calm within me and all around me. So it's quite incredible. I don't know exactly what happened, but it feels like when I was talking to a friend of mine that something did definitely shift in our reality. For those that are like awakened and are ascending, like something definitely shifted. So I want to call in Thor from the Palladians and ask him like what just happened from yesterday, December 31st, to today, January 1st, and any insight. So whoever's watching, if you want to, ground yourself as well to receive the messages that you're meant to. And whatever is not meant for you, like you don't take it in, you just let it go. Okay? So I'm going to close my eyes and ground myself. My feet, they're planted on the floor, down into the earth. And deep breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth. And for me to, and for you too, if you like, I'm going to visualize a white light, a bubble of protection around me, and violet um, light as well, and a violet flame close by. So whatever could come towards me that's not meant for me or meant for me to channel is released. And I ask for the highest guidance and messages to come through. Um, so I heard Thor is there, that he's ready to channel through me, and he's happy to do that. So for the highest um, messages of light to come through to help us during this time. And so my question is, and maybe I'll ask other questions after, but why do I feel this way? Like I feel much more at peace, and my environment feels different. Like I'm not in the same place. Like I've shifted somewhere else, without realizing it. So really what's going on. So I'm going to close my eyes for a moment to check in with him and see. You're not going crazy. It's true. There has been a great shift, a great reset that started right now, January 1st, 2026. You're technically, well, you feel like you're on the same earth, but you are not on the same earth. Everything has been changing so quickly and abruptly, and I know it's been very challenging, and so it's been changing a lot in December. So yeah, you're not really on the same earth. There's still people around you that are present that you see on this earth, but there's a lot that of people that have been shifted, meaning like they've well, I don't know about shifting, but they are like on a lower realm earth. So it's like they stayed on the earth that you were in December, or even yesterday, December 31st, and now you're on a new earth and you are ascending. So it's not like it's black and white where there's the old earth and the new earth, right? It's not like it's that abrupt necessarily. Like there is like progression of earths, like you jump timelines, and forever is watching this, you jump timelines. So you're on like now this new earth, and there's still people around, but and it still seems really populated, but it's not as populated as it was even yesterday, because you're on a new earth. And as you see, there's like these different earths like forming, or that you can see these earths like one after the other. So you're going to keep on jumping timelines like this to the, you know, throughout, even in a day or two. And then it will become even clearer that you are at a point where it feels completely like the new earth, because there's not as many people on there anymore. So whoever is here right now and still in the reality, their soul wanted to jump to this timeline, even though a lot of them, they're not consciously aware of that at the present moment, but it's their soul that wanted it, and it's up to them if they want to, like, their human self to awaken to that fact. So they'll have a little time to awaken, and if they don't, like, they're not going to continue rising up with everyone else that is awakened and is aware and making choices for themselves that are in their highest alignment. So still there's people that are not consciously aware of it at this moment. So that's why it feels better, right? It feels more peaceful. Something shifted, because yeah, you are on a different plane of existence, and it's not the same plane as it was yesterday. Do you have any other questions for me? That's a loaded question. That's a big question. I was asking, like, what do we do from this point on? Okay, I'm gonna close my eyes again. So what do we do from this point on in terms of, like, I mean, is it gonna be like easier than it was even yesterday? Like what I was, experiencing in that reality was really hard, and so I wanted to see if it's gonna be easier today and like tomorrow and subsequently. It will be easier, because you understand that it's important to follow the light and to make choices from the light, not from the darkness, not from the fear, but from the light. So if you continue to make choices from the light and are guided even like a little bit every day to take steps forward in that direction, then your life is going to get easier. Just like doing these channelings, these live channelings, or even if they're not live, but to do those channelings like often, it's helping you to go forward in your journey. And this is, it shows for everyone watching and for those that are awakened as well to go forward on their journey as well. Okay. Um, so like when will the next timeline happen? How will we know, like, or like, is there anything that you can tell us about that and about this current timeline maybe first? Okay. So in this current timeline, everything you feel like it hasn't maybe fallen away, like you're still living in this where you're living now, for instance. This is an example, but it has fallen away. It fell away already in the last timeline. That was a very rocky timeline, right, for many people. So even though you don't see it in your reality yet, a lot energetically has fallen away, and life is going to get much easier now, and it's not going to be hard like it was even like 2 days ago. It's going to get much easier, and it's going to be easier, like you feel like, to really focus on the light and on the positivity, on the love. You don't even need to like be aware of that consciously. Like, as you can tell, like for yourself, you are focused. I mean, you are more present in the moment, and you feel that loving energy, that divine energy surrounding you, and you're embodying it more. And that's how it's going to be for everyone that's ascending. So it's not going to be like a push, to make things happen like it used to, like even 2 days ago. So you're going to be aware of what you desire and what your soul is calling you to do, and move forward in that direction. And so for the next timeline jump, I mean, you're really jumping timelines. Like, you can be jumping timelines all the time. It's constant. Like, you are, even like maybe in 5 hours or 10 hours, you are jumping timelines. When you're sleeping, you are jumping timelines. Like, it's not, um, it's like little timeline jumps at times, and other times it's very enormous ones, like last night. So could you tell me what happened exactly last night while I was sleeping? I mean, I went to sleep maybe around 1 a.m. So I wanted to understand, more for my human mind and for whoever's watching, to really understand what happened. So when you were sleeping, a few hours into your sleep, and of course, it's not maybe the same time for everyone, because we're all like ascending, but in different increments or different stages. But anyways, it was like maybe around 3 a.m., 3 to 4 a.m., that there's a major spike of energy, of resonance, that hit the planet, hit the earth, and that caused, like, no one really saw it coming, but it was like a solar flare hit the earth, and that caused a huge jump in the timeline that you are experiencing now. Like, you're not on the same earth, even though everything seems the same. It's a different reality than you have experienced before. So yeah, there was like a solar flare. There was a lot of light that had hit the planet between 3 and 4 a.m., and it caused a major shift in your reality. And if you like, I can describe more in detail about this. Yeah, that would be great. And like how you're going to be feeling from this point on. So I'm just seeing what he's saying and like observing what I see as well. Um, so I'm hearing like, yeah, it doesn't like happen in like a straight line. Like, I saw like a spiral, like from where we were, like we're going up these steps that are um, like a spiral going up like this. And so during that 3 to 4 a.m. early morning, there was that shift that happened. And then I counted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Like it was like 8 intervals, like levels up. And then I see myself going into like a door, and it's like the earth, I see the earth, right? I'm going into the door into that earth, and right now I'm here. And yeah, it can get very confusing, right? Because we're living in so many different parallel realities. Or I don't know why I said that. I guess we are. I didn't know what I'm saying here. Um, and there are so many different parallel realities that it's hard to understand with our, mind. It's not like the earth just moves and here it's like, you know, right there. It's like the end goal. No, it's like so many versions of earth getting to the point where we're gonna be at. But yeah, I see like I went up, that's what I was looking for, 8 flights of stairs, and then I arrived at the door, I open it up, and I'm there. But I didn't like literally like walk up. It's just my soul and my incarnated body, you know I'm all of a sudden elevated there. And I would think like if I'm elevated there, then of course you're watching, you went up to the same level as me because we're able to still connect. If not, we wouldn't be able to still connect. I'm gonna see, I mean, he can come in, but I'm gonna see from the divine as well, like um, for those that didn't go up, like, are there a lot of those people that didn't get to this point? Like, what happened to them yesterday when they fell asleep? Or maybe they didn't even fall asleep. They just all of a sudden they're like, they don't realize they're like, oh, they're somewhere else. So I'm going to see what comes through. Hmm. So it's weird. Yeah, I see either like someone staying where they're at, so they're at another Earth but not connected to ours where we are now, or I see like a bungee jump, like they kind of fell. I mean, they went down more, not like they fell, but they went down, because it's like they had lessons to learn and they're not like, they weren't ready, and they had to repeat some cycles. So I never thought of that or heard anyone say that, but you know, when you repeat cycles, it's like you're going down a few flights of stairs and you're in that reality of Earth to repeat those cycles back up. So this is very multidimensional. Um, so I want to see if anyone has any questions regarding all this, and I can like channel it in as well. And I'm gonna see if anyone said anything. Oh, here. Let's see. And if people we care about don't make the future timeline jumps with us, how does that play out? Will we have an avatar that stays with them? Okay. Who can answer that? Okay, so I'm going to ask Thor, that question to see what he says. Um, let's see. I heard not necessarily. It depends on the connection you have with them. I mean, an avatar still can exist, so it doesn't look so strange that all of a sudden you're not there anymore. For those that you are close to, an avatar can still exist, and they might wonder, like, you might, they might wonder, oh, they're acting a little different, but they won't really put the pieces together. But, like, let's say you have mostly acquaintances, or you don't have really close friends, then you don't necessarily have an avatar. So it depends on the situation. So you don't necessarily have an avatar, and it's like they think, oh, I haven't heard from Christina in a long time, and it's like, oh, because oh, maybe she moved. So it depends on if you have like those close connections with people. And like I said, like, yeah, they'll wonder, oh, she seems a little different, but oh, maybe she's going through something. So the avatar tries to embody as much as they can, like, who you are. I don't know even how to describe this. Like, I saw like an imprint of your soul. Like, it's not your soul. I mean, it's like a photocopy, kind of, like it takes like a photocopy of your soul, but not the full essence of it, and places it into this projection of you. So you go about doing what you need to, what this projection needs to for you, still on this lower dimension. But once, like, that projection doesn't need to be there anymore, they leave. It's very strange, but yeah, that's what I'm getting all of a sudden. Let's see, any other questions? I even like wonder, like, my God, am I channeling right? It's just a lot to absorb, and I'm doing my best to allow like the channeling to happen, and not get in the way of my human self. So I'm learning too. It's a lot. So I want to see if anyone has any other questions, because it's very interesting. I just want to maybe from this point on, like, I'll write down questions I have as well, and I can see as well what else Thor wants to, what he wants to come through. So I heard hold a crystal. Okay, hold on. So I'm gonna put, this is Lumerian. I got it at a crystal fair a long time ago for not too much money, but it's so like incredible. So I'm gonna just place it on here to clear it right now, and see what else comes through. Okay, so I was asking, can Thor channel with this crystal in my hand? And I heard yes, and it can help you channel him better. So I'm gonna hold it. Okay. I always love crystals. Very powerful. I don't know how long we've gone for. I don't see the time here. Let's see. Is there ever a circumstance with a married couple or a mother? Just a second. Is there ever a circumstance with a married couple or a mother with young children where they don't go through together because maybe their higher self didn't want to go? Okay. So like one goes through but the other doesn't? Let's see what he says. Okay, so trying to get rid of that. Okay, let's see what Thor says about that. He's saying like it's different. Okay, it's different on our planet, but I understand a lot of what's happening on Earth, and I'm still learning. So I'll do my best in channeling what you are asking, and for you to understand more, um, what it's like on Earth in these different dimensions. So yeah, there's definitely a possibility, and it happens a lot. It's already happened to a lot of people where one person goes through to, a higher earth dimension, and, you know, their spouse or their partner stays behind. And it's true that the children go with the parent that is, if they have children, they go with a parent that has already been in a higher vibration, because children are very high vibe. So it wouldn't make sense for them to stay behind with the other parent. And then you might wonder, well, then how about the other parent that stays behind? Isn't that weird? Like all of a sudden they all like disappear. Like, what's going on here? So if they all live together, they'll have their avatars there, and it will seem like they're still there. And as most of the time, the parent that stays behind, they're not like as much aware, of energy, like the one that's more enlightened and that's gone up, gone like to another dimension. So they won't really realize, they will just go along their day. The ones that stay behind usually tend to be more unconscious, so they don't realize as much what's happening. So that's what happens. Wow, I never knew I would channel this sort of thing. Um, okay, so I have the Lumerian crystal here, and then I was guided to hold it and to channel with this. So I'm gonna see what else Thor um, has for us right now, or Jenhan. Okay, Jenhan is his younger brother. Jenhan wants to come through. He's a Palladian as well. They're both Palladians, so he wants to come through, and I'm gonna see what he wants to say. That's funny. He's like, seriously, guys, you don't have to analyze everything. I know how it is. I know it's a lot for you to comprehend at this moment, but really, even though it seems weird with your mind, like it all makes sense if you think about it. Like you feel it in your heart. Like all this makes sense. Like you starting to feel it. Like we're in a you are as well as us in a multi-dimensional Earth, or multi-dimensional planet. Like nothing is what it appears to be. There's a lot of holographic impressions on your planet, right? Like you've talked about with your friends, and it's true with all these like NPCs like going around, and they're not really real. They're projections. They come in and out of your awareness just to fill in the space. So really, it's not like there's a lot of people, like actual people, like you call them, around. They're coming in and out of your space, your reality, to fill in the void. If not, it would feel weird to you. So it's the same when you like ascend to another, level of consciousness. Like now you're up 8 flights of stairs in another earth um, jump that you made. Um, the ones that are, not there yet, there's still a lot of people that are in their space, their conscious awareness. Like it would be too much of a cognitive dissonance for all of a sudden, like off the bat, like everyone is gone. So even though that could happen in your reality, in any of your realities where you wake up and there's no one around, most of the time that's if you're like, I mean, everyone watching is pretty aware and very high vibrational. Although it's just a selective few that have gone forward and that are so called in this new earth that is like at a point in your evolution where yeah, there's like no one else there pretty much, and it's a lot for the brain and the mind to comprehend. So yeah, most of the time you're going to go up in levels and layers, but as you go up, like we were explaining, everything is going to start feeling much easier for you, and it's not going to be as hard anymore to live and to function. Like, like you were saying, like, or not you were saying, but I know like you had like a talk with your old coach you had, and yes, it's the time to move forward and not be like afraid of um, stepping forward and letting go of the old. But it's not as drastic as she was saying in her audio. It's going to be much easier now. Like you see the energy around you, how like peaceful and much calmer it is. Like really, without you realizing it, like we were saying, all of you have already stepped into your magic and into this new life, and you've let go a lot of the old in the summer. So whatever you might still have like around you, your possessions, certain things, where you live, that's gonna fall away, but it's not gonna be like a tremendous thunderbolt of like intensity like you were scared of. It's gonna be smooth and easy, and you're gonna transition well, and it won't feel weird or abrupt or sudden or hard. So you don't have to worry about it being hard or scary or traumatic, or like she was saying, like just sell everything and like you have barely any money with you anymore. No, it doesn't have to be so uh, intense like that. Uh, it won't be for most of you because you're here now. You're at another level of your consciousness, so it's gonna be much easier for you. And you've done this many times in your evolution. Like you've lived so many lifetimes, and you've learned a lot of lessons. So now the lessons are going to be like a positive thing, like positive lessons of like, or I wouldn't even say lessons, but like awakenings of like how beautiful life can be, and how um, open and receiving, and how you can all like be there for each other and show each other kindness and love and generosity. And that's what you're going to be seeing now in your reality. And that's how it's going to be much easier for you, for all of you. It's not going to be a challenge like it's been before. Like you have stepped into a new beginning right now on the 1st of January. So I would recommend for all of you to use your gifts as much as you can. What you really usually like, what you really enjoy doing and what makes you happy, you're good at. So use those gifts, like be in that energy, and life is going to be and start feeling much easier for you. It's not going to be challenging anymore. It's going to be easy. Like when you're channeling now, it's very easy. It's not like hard work anymore. So nothing is going to be hard work anymore. It's going to be, yeah, you've already stepped into a new world. Um, and yeah, it's going to be much easier to go through portals now. You're going to be more aware of that. Like you will be able to start going through different dimensions and go through portals when you're consciously aware of it. You can even go through them with other people. Like you don't have to do it all alone. This is a time of unity for all of you. So it's quite an amazing existence that you are gonna experience now. So really use your gifts as much as you can. Does anyone have any questions? I'm gonna check. Well, I'm sorry if I'm missing something. I'm just looking. I just saw one message at a time here. Will manifesting things like financial abundance be easier now for some? So for all of you, it's going to be much easier to call in financial abundance because you're in a different space in your consciousness, and you realize, and you don't even like think about like how hard it is anymore. Like, look at you. Like, for me, like I see, like, from yesterday and today, like I feel like a different person. Like, I feel a sense of peace. um, I feel grounded in this, zone, this reality, although I feel a lot more warmth around me. So like divine presence is with me and I'm not like alone. So if you are feeling that as well, like you are already like in that energy of attracting that financial abundance into your life, and it's not going to be hard. And it's funny, it's like you're going to like start attracting it more, but then you don't really need it all. Like, you're going to help others with what you receive, because we're going to start like going away from using money as much, and like let's say bartering for uh, bartering for services, like exchanging services, being there for each other. It feels like that's like a long ways away, but it isn't, because as you can see, like a lot has shifted so quickly right now. Let's see, anything else? um, Maybe I'll stay a few more minutes if anyone has any other questions, and I'm going to see what else Jenhan wants to say. It's nice. He has a lot like he wanted to say at this moment. So, um, it's funny. I just asked, like, how long will we live in this current, like, earth, like, reality that we're on? And he said, oh, like 90 years. But, we'll continue to, like, ascend. So, when we reach that plane, where not as many people are on anymore, um, then we'll be able to live like a couple 100 years, 200, 300, 400 years, depending on what we're meant to do on that realm. And or we'll have a choice, like, okay, we did all that we could and now it's time to go. That just came through. So um, it's not like this how it's been now, where it's like, or this past year, or from last year, um, um, from last year to the past, beyond that, it was very challenging, right? And it was like we just left when people passed away, when it was like their time, but now we'll be more consciously aware of like our existence and what we're here for, right? And we'll know, like, oh, it's time now to go to another realm, or something. So it's going to be different. Let's see, anything else? No? So I want to say I appreciate all you that are watching. It takes me time, well, not me, but electronics, to upload for this video to go on YouTube. Um, for you all to watch again. So I don't know if it'll be available today. Hopefully I'll pray about that, or if not tomorrow. But at least you were able to watch it right now. And I wish you all like so much happiness and love and peace and health. And it's going to be much easier now to bring that into your life. It's not going to be as challenging anymore. Thank you for the heart. Yeah, it's going to be much easier to bring that all in. As I know, like me, for all of you, I'm sure you've gone through so much to get to this point. Um, so, um, it's going to be a heartwarming reality now. It's really going to be a heartwarming reality. Oh, my pleasure, and a heartwarming reality. I saw yesterday at the grocery store. It was weird. Like two people, the way they talked to me was so cold. So I heard that. Well, I mean, who knows? I heard they're not on this earth that you're on anymore. They have more lessons to learn. So I wish you all well, and until next time, have a wonderful day.